We're Victor and Annette, and we're on a journey to get out of debt, simplify our lives, and one day travel full time. And this week...
Last week was a huge week for us, even though it feels like we're getting pretty close to hitting the road. We sat down and made a checklist. And it turns out there's at least 23 things standing before us before we can even leave. Some of them are exciting and some of them are stressful. And all of them depend entirely on someone buying our house. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fully Retired and Roaming, even though we're not fully retired yet. As many of you know, we're in the middle of one of the biggest transitions in our lives. We're selling our house, we're downsizing our belongings, and we're looking into buying an RV and preparing to hit the road full time. You know, last week was a major milestone week, I would say, because we rented a storage unit and we started putting things in it. The house went on the market, we put the house on the market, and we found an RV that we both want. And that all felt like huge progress to us. But then after considering everything that we still need to do, we realized we're not quite as close as we had thought. So today, I'm going to share with you our full-time RV launch checklist. And these are 23 things that still stand between us and life on the road. Let's get started. Item number 1. Put the house on the market. Well, we can make a big check mark for that because thankfully that is already done. The sign is up and we're officially listed. Item number 2, have a first showing. That's another box that we can check off. After only 4 days on the market, we had our first potential buyer come through and view our house. No offers yet, but it was exciting to know that people are already showing interest. Takes us to item number 3, open house. Host an open house. Well, we're going to have an open house scheduled in a couple of weeks, and hopefully that will generate some more interest and have people coming through that will possibly give us an offer. Item number 4, have additional showings. If we don't get any from the open house, then we need other people to come and look at our property. The more, the better. Item number 5, accept an offer. That's one of the biggest milestones that we're waiting for. After that, we'll need to pass our home inspection. Now, every homeowner knows that this can be a stressful part of the process. Yeah. Number 7 is close on the house. And once that happens, this chapter of our lives officially comes to an end. Now, let's talk about the financial checklist. That brings us to item number 8. After our house sells, we will need to pay off our debt consolidation program that we've been in. And we've been working on that for months now. This is a huge goal for us, and honestly, it's our top priority. Because once the house sells, we can pay off the debt and that debt consolidation program and other debt that we may have, and that'll help us greatly. We'll be able to, it'll give us a fresh start so that we can begin this new chapter of our lives. Free of debt, almost. Item number 9, we need to finalize our RV travel budget. So after we pay off our debt consolidation program, we'll need to establish a realistic travel budget, an RV travel budget. And we want to know exactly what our monthly expenses are going to be. Once we're on the road, we're going to need to know what we're up against. And that goes right into item number 10. Item number 10. Another important thing that we'll need to do is build and maintain an emergency travel fund, because things are going to happen. I hear all the time from other RVers that it's so important to have set aside money, a portion of money, so that when you need repairs or maintenance done to the RV, it's a dedicated fund just for repairs and maintenance. And that has helped people in the past. And we want to do that as well. Especially since our house is going to be on wheels. And now, in regards to the RV itself, we have a checklist. Item number 11, we find, once we get the RV we both want, we find it, we've done that. That's item number 11. And that's no longer a question for us that we need to answer. And if you've watched our recent videos, you'll know that we kind of have gone back and forth. It wasn't exactly a quick process or a quick decision, but we now know, we have a better idea of what it is that we want and the type of vehicle that we want. And the size and everything. And now we're both settled for the one that we showed in our previous video. Number 12, item number 12. We need to complete the RV purchase. And again, we're getting closer to that, but it's also contingent upon us selling our house and then paying off our debt consolidation program. It's all linked together. When we do that, our credit rating should shoot back up, should improve greatly. And again, that will make it much more easy for us to complete the purchasing the RV. Yeah. Number 13. After that, we're going to need to get RV insurance. That's a necessary step before we can hit the road. And I'll need to do some major research about that, some serious research, and get the best type of coverage for the best price. If any of you have suggestions about that, leave a comment below for me. That would help us out greatly. We would really appreciate that. Item number 14 is to complete the RV walkthrough and inspection. When we finalize the purchase of the RV, we will need to go through an inspection and a walkthrough and an orientation. And they're going to have to show us everything about the RV. We want to learn everything that we can before we leave, especially since we are going to be completely new to this. And I will probably video all of that so that we'll have it for reference later on. And this item number 15 kind of goes along with item number 14. We'll need to learn all about the RV systems. The water, the electric, the propane, the sewer, all of that. Because these things we don't have any clue about. Those are the things that experienced RVers make them look easy. But for us, it's going to be completely new. And then, I can't stress it enough, we're going to have to practice driving and parking. And this one is probably more important than I'd like to admit, because I've never driven a larger vehicle like that. And I'll need to practice parking and backing up and etc. In regards to our downsizing checklist, well, that brings us to item number 17. We've already rented the storage unit, so that's another check mark. Done. And we've already started moving, boxes and items into it. And number 18, well, we need to sell items on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm kind of surprised about it because this one hasn't gone quite as planned. We've listed several items on Facebook Marketplace, and so far there's been virtually no response at all. I mean, we've had a response or two here and there. Maybe that's normal. Maybe we're just being impatient, but we definitely would like to see a few of the items sell. For example, Victor listed several tools, a lot of his tools and stuff to sell, and there's been virtually no response to that. In fact, one lady, he posted an electric lawnmower, and one lady asked if the item was still available, and when I replied that it was, she asked if there were any scratches on it. And give me a break. It's a lawnmower. Anyway, it's kind of disappointing just to see the lack of interest and the response and the odd questions that people are asking. But we're pressing on. And related to that, number 19, we've got to decide what to do with our living room set. We have a great living room set. It's a high quality leather couch and love seat and everything, coffee table, end tables, lamps. And it's our preference to sell it because I don't think it's going to do well sitting in a storage unit. But it's a beautiful set. It's a beautiful set, and we've had virtually no one bite on that at all. We may have to end up storing it, and we're still trying to figure that one out. Item number 20. We're going to continue to donate unwanted items. Not everything is worth selling or storing, and some things simply just need a new home. So we'll be donating items continually. Item number 21. We need to decide what comes with us in the RV. Now, this may sound simple, but until you realize that everything you put in the RV takes up space, and every item has to earn its place. And that may end up surprising us of what we can take and what we leave behind. And then, not to mention, lastly, our moving and the logistics of that, our checklist there. Item number 22. We will need to hire some movers at some point. We're going to need help moving some larger furniture items into our storage unit. And this is a cost and it's one of those things that we don't think much about initially. It is going to be an additional cost, and it's definitely part of the plan. And then we'll need to do that once we know more and factor all of that into our budget as well. And finally, number 23, we'll need to set up a mail forwarding service to handle all of our mail, along with our necessary address changes and everything. And this is not the most exciting task on the list, but it's going to be necessary. I said in one of my previous videos that we would probably use my son's address for a while, and we may still do that. but regardless, we're going to need eventually we're going to need to set up our own mail forwarding service, and we may still, but we'll know more the closer we get to our departure date, whenever that is going to be. So, to wrap everything up, that's our checklist. Out of 23 items, we've already knocked out a few of them, a few major milestones, I would say. And the house is listed, the storage unit, we've had our first viewing, our first showing, and we're on our way. We're getting there. We found the RV that we want, but there are still so many boxes left to check off. Some of them depend on us, and some of them depend on just timing, and every single one of them depend on finding the right buyer for our house. We'd love to hear from you. Those of you who have gone through what we're going through, already gone through what we're going through in this process. What was the hardest item on your checklist? Leave a comment below. Did you end up storing more than you thought? Than you expected to? And how long did it take you to sell your furniture? Oh my goodness. Leave us a comment below. Thanks for following along with us during our journey. And we're getting closer. Every week, we're getting closer to becoming fully retired and roaming. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.